Okay, so it's all buffed and shiny. Now I'll remove the pieces from the mandrel. And we'll be done with the mandrel for this pen. Put the bushings away. There's the tip end, and there's the cap end. Now I can, what I usually do at this point is I put a coat of the Renaissance wax on, which is a microcrystalline museum wax. It doesn't harm the surface in any way and just protects it from fingerprints and all kinds of elements, and it's very simple. You just put a little bit on, let it dry for a few seconds, and wipe it off. I'll use it again when I finish the pen. I usually end up putting about 3 coats on before I finish a pen. Okay, next I'll lay out the parts of the pen and show you what they look like, and then we'll press the pieces together on the drill press. Okay, this is the writing tip, and there's a little decorative band on there. This is the ink refill. It's a standard Parker style refill. You can get those in any stationery store. This is the transmission, and what that does is it allows you to twist the pen and the ink refill goes in and out. And this is the center band. That's what we cut this tenon over here for. This is the transmission holder, or the coupler. This is the clip, and these little pieces are what holds the clip onto the end of the pen. Okay, there's a variety of ways to press these parts together. I have used a pipe clamp, a hand screw clamp, and I found the best or the easiest method for me was to just put it on the drill press and use the drill press as a press. To help with that, I made this little hardwood piece that I'll screw into the chuck of the drill, and that gives me a nice flat and fairly gentle surface to make contact with the pen parts. And the first step is to press the point of the pen into the point end of the blank. Okay, then we just line it up. I want to try to keep it fairly straight as you're pressing it in so it doesn't go in crooked. And that part is ready to go. Okay, this little piece is the threaded coupler. That goes in the other end of the blank that we just put the tip in, and the purpose of it is going to be to hold the transmission, which in turn holds the ink refill in. Since these end here is very fine threads, we don't want to mush them when we press it in. So I made a little block of wood with a hole in it, and then the threads will fit in that hole, so the pressure will be on the little lip instead of on the threads. So we just put that in the hole, and then we'll line the pen part up like that and press it home on the drill press. Okay, then we just take the ink refill, be sure that the spring is on it, insert that into the point of the pen, and then the transmission, again, which is the device that makes the refill go up and down, screws onto those threads in that piece we just pressed on. And that just goes over there, screws down to the end, and then we test it. And when it's retracted, you don't want any of it sticking up, otherwise when someone puts that in their pocket it'll get ink on their shirt. This one appears to be working just fine. The next step is to put the little threaded piece that holds the screw for the cap, or for the clip, into the clip end of the pen, and that just fits in there, and it's a press fit, and you want to press it down so that it's level with the top surface of that pen. To help me do that, I usually screw the top piece, or the finial they call it, in first, and that way I can only press it as far as it needs to go, and I can't push it too far, or I can't push it not far enough. Now the next thing we do, I can unscrew that part I put in as a guide, and that is perfectly flat and down exactly where it's supposed to be. The next step is to put the clip on, and you just put that over the hole, put the screw through it, and tighten it down. If there's a little flaw in the wood or a dull spot or something like that, that's where you want to put the clip, because it'll hide it a little bit. And on this particular blank, the back side here doesn't have much going on in the way of grain interest, so that's where I'm going to end up putting the clip. So I'll just hold it in place and then tighten this down as hard as I can. And that piece is ready to go. Next step, and we're almost done, is to glue the center ring on that tenon that we cut to hold it. And it's a pretty good fit, but it's not tight enough. It'll fall off. So what we're going to need to do is put just a little drop of CA glue on the inside of the band, and then put it on, let the glue cure, and we'll be almost done with the pin. So usually what I do is I use a medium thin cyanoacrylate or CA glue, and I put a couple of drops or one drop on a piece of wax paper, and then using the tip of a toothpick I put just a couple little dabs on the inside. You don't need too much, just enough to hold it and not enough to ooze out all over the place. And then just put the two pieces together, turn it around a little bit to spread the glue evenly, and then we're just going to put it here to sit. It takes about maybe 5-10 minutes for it to cure, and then that'll be on there for good. Last step, and we'll be done with the pen, is to put the two pieces together. And they just push together, and when you want to change the refill, you just pull them apart again, so it's not a permanent thing. What I do is I kind of line up the grain so that the grains will match. As you'll recall, that's why we marked the center part, so we could get the grains to match back the way they were cut off the blank. And it looks like I have it pretty close here. You can turn it a little bit when you're done to make a final adjustment on it, but if you can get it as close as you can the first time, it's much easier. That's it, and that's the finished pen. The only thing left to do is put one more coat of the Renaissance wax on and give it or sell it or throw it away. Just one of many things you can do on a small lathe. Next time we make a video, we'll show you how to make a pepper mill.